Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second episode of the Half Baked Podcast. I'm your host, Turkey Tom. Here with me today, I have Nicholas DeOrio and Vega.
All right, so in the news this week was TeaSesh. Vega, are you familiar at all with TeaSesh? I'm going to guess no.
I've been seeing her here and there, but I don't know all the details.
So she made a video calling out, not a video, I'm sorry. She made a call-out tweet that said, Twitter, do your thing. And it was calling out a random, 15, 16-year-old girl who made a racist TikTok in blackface, but was clearly dancing to 6ix9ine or whatever. It was obviously meant to be a joke and stuff like that. And I don't think that's something that you should be potentially doxxed over. But she said, Twitter, do your thing, find her school. She tweeted the principal's email from her public account, which linked to a thread filled with her personal information that her fans had found. She got this girl doxxed, right? And she sat there arguing with me for fucking hours about how I'm just supporting racism and I'm a big racist myself because I don't think this fucking high school girl. And she was saying shit like this girl her high school should know what she's doing. The colleges she applies to should know what she's doing. And I just think that's super fucking stupid. I'm so tired of Twitter accountability nonsense. So I've held a grudge because I genuinely think this girl has done something wrong, right? I genuinely, personally think this girl's done something wrong. I think she went out of her way to contribute to the dox of a girl in high school. There was an article that came out about her high school where they didn't name her specifically, but said that action was taken over edgy TikToks that week. So this girl got in trouble at school over this. I just thought that was
And what even did this girl do?
She made a fucking edgy TikTok.
Was it edgy? I thought she thought she was black. I thought it was
No. It was a blackface edgy TikTok where she was dancing to a 6ix9ine song. It was meant to be a joke, right? But all these hyper.
How did I miss all that? What the fuck?
Because it was a lot. Well, obviously, a lot of big stuff happened the next couple of days, which was really important. Not to knock that at all. But yeah, I've been keying in on this channel. And this is one of those worse than memology channels where it's just text on a screen and then other people's videos play and that's the drama. It's fair use, but it's also terrible.
Is it fair use?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I'm not a lawyer here. I don't claim to be. But I think the stuff she does on her main channel, where she's critiquing people, is probably fair use, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if this was taken to court, it might not go that well. It really is barely. It's not artistic in any way. It's not transforming it. It's barely is transforming it.
What do you think, Vega? Do you think the memology style is transformative enough to be considered fair use?
I've seen a couple of his videos. His stuff is transformative.
I'd say this is less than that, though.
He does play the clips and he animates certain things about it and all that shit. So he does transform it because I know I'm not watching the original content when I'm watching it for sure.
Yeah, but when he does clip certain things, I think he goes from video to video, right? Where you can argue it in some that it's definitely fair use, and then some of them are more gray areas in terms of
when you have an assortment of content in one video that is supposed to be critiquing that, however much critique or how they critique it or however the style is, that isn't the point. The point is, how are they going about it?
Well, I think the critiquing is the main aspect. I don't think if you just make a collaboration of Twitch clips, that's inherently fair use. I think the fact that memology critiques it is the reason why it's good.
He's actually changing because it is his video. It might be a bunch of clips put into his video, but there's shit going on. And it's not just really checking the block. Yeah. He's actually informing you on what's going on. Whether it's meme or not, that is all just his style. That's what I said. If I'm watching his video, I know I'm watching a video other than the original clips themselves.
Okay.
And it's not just a border around it. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Is that what she does? She just puts a border.
That's what she does on
it?
her main channel. It's kind of that, yeah. So it's, but she's just.
That's
known
probably
for,
not fair use.
The biggest well, no. She basically does the memology style. I don't think it's not fair use. I think the main channel probably is. And when we look at her content, I just noticed that she gets a lot wrong. That's part of the problem too. Is her channel isn't very good. Her Twitter is basically calling out racial things and blackfishing and all that stuff, and her videos are kind of much the same, with information on the Onision story being absolutely completely wrong in certain sections that I was watching. But let's stop dancing around the subject. This is me just explaining why I don't like this person.
Yeah. Get to the more current kind of
so recently she put out a tweet, and I'll just read it out for you. I woke up to some really sad news. Nikocado Avocado gave 3 copyright strikes to my mukbang parody channel, Petty Bang. This will result in both of my channels and videos getting deleted on November 3rd. All we can do now is raise awareness, and hopefully Nick removes 1 strike. Now, this is interesting for a couple reasons. First of all, she doesn't say my videos are fair use. Did you notice that? Everyone heard that? Mm-hmm. The whole room heard that? She said, I have a mukbang parody channel. What the fuck is that?
Mukbang parody channel.
So, do you know what a mukbang is?
I understand.
When they eat a shitload of food? All right, so we watched her videos.
I did one with fucking Tro.
Yeah, so she deleted all the videos off this channel, but John actually saved one and we were watching it. What these is she does a compilation of YouTubers eating food, like Asian, like Korean YouTubers, and then like regular YouTubers eating, and then she just puts them all together and uploads that to her channel.
That's not fair use, yeah.
No, and it's definitely not parody.
Well, wait a minute.
Unfortunately,
Vega,
that word's
she
been
adds
ruined.
text. So it could be a critique, right?
Well, what is she?
It's not a critique. It's not a critique.
I'm glad you asked. Okay, so there's some really interesting on-screen tidbits of information she puts on there. I'm desperately trying to scroll as fast as I can. I got them. Ready?
I can't wait.
So while a Korean YouTuber was eating some squid, she wrote, "Oh my god, I actually love it when seafood boil has this thick sauce." Another one of Nikocado Avocado eating what looks to be the entire fast food chains around his house. Whoa, there's like 3 restaurants here, emoji. A Korean YouTuber...
that was 2 different clips?
Yeah. A Korean YouTuber now eating, I don't know what this is, something. It says, here we have an actual mukbang, emoji.
That's all of it? That's a whole video?
Yeah, the whole video is just other people's clips, and then one of them goes, she's making me hungry. So she's literally just describing what's on the screen, and then making a Twitch collab. Like, not a Twitch collab, a Twitch highlight, you know what I mean? Where you just post, like, video after video after video. Listen, I'm not going to say it's not fair use, because, again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know where that would go. There are cases that could say either way, but I'm going to go with probably not. That's probably not fair.
I'm not a lawyer.
Can we say it's not transformative?
I'm not a lawyer, but this ain't no damn fucking Judge Judy, motherfucker. That don't sound transformative to me. It just sounds like she's taking all the comments under the videos that she would have wrote and just putting the text on them, but uploading it to her channel.
Oh, interesting.
That's what it sounds like.
Maybe she took them right from the comment section, actually, on those videos.
Copy paste. Damn, she didn't do shit, huh?
That was my instinct.
Oh, she just privated her Twitter as I was here, dude. Just now.
Interesting.
You what now?
I think...
Like, while we're recording the podcast, she just privated her Twitter.
Oh, okay.
I think the basic rule of thumb, like, if you're not going to go with the legal route, is just, like, do they offer something that you can't get from the original content?
Nothing.
Right? And I'd say
the
the
problem is she's not critiquing anything. She says there's critiques on the video or something. When you look at the video, it's literally just her describing what's on the screen. I would say that text counts against her if you're, like, arguing transformity.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a cash grab, really.
Yeah, this channel had 8 million views and 30,000 subs.
Yeah.
That's fucking 4 times the amount of views my main channel has, this mukbang parody channel has.
Ouch, buddy.
That's
sorry.
Insane.
But yeah, I mean, she made thousands in ad revenue off
absolutely.
of it. And her kind of after the fact, when Nikocado was going after her, kind of self-victimization about, like, how could you do this during a pandemic? How heartless.
That's a good point, because Nick did respond. Ready for this one? Nick said that if she counter-notified, because she has now 3 strikes on her channel, by the way. He applied exactly 3 strikes to this channel. Mm-hmm. If TeaSesh counter-notified, Nick would have sued her. Immediately. That's insane. Dude, he's got brass balls to do that. Look, I'm not, again, the big lawsuit guy on YouTube and stuff like that, but I gotta tell you, I'm excited for this if this went to court, specifically because I think it would have a potential clarification on what fair use is. Like, it gets me really excited to hear about how this could go, because I think Nikocado Avocado versus TeaSesh as, like, a landmark fair use case would be, like...
I don't think it's going to court. I don't think she has the money to do it. And honestly, I think she could be a teenager. She could be 16.
Yeah, but hypothetically, could you imagine if we understood... Because if we get a ruling on this, dude, everybody who clips Twitch streamers could have their fucking day ruined or their day made 50,000 times better, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be ruined, but by the same token, you have to acknowledge, like, just because the law is that way doesn't mean that everyone's going to enforce it. You know? I think technically, if game companies wanted to, they could go after, like Let's Players, but they've kind of accepted them as like a necessary evil to promote their content to their audiences. It's just part of how the economy works.
Well, the case everyone's
now,
pointing to is Sargon Avocado. Have you heard about that case?
I have not. Oh wait, yeah, I think I have. Didn't
so there was
what the fuck is how did Sargon hop into?
So there was an
Sargon posted some clip.
Yeah, it was a 2-minute clip of an 8-minute video, and the way that it was used and the title was deemed fair use because the way he clipped it was obviously meant to be a critique of the original work. And I don't think that applies here because, again, I don't think it's a critique. I think it's just you posting other people's content. But people are arguing that just because he used, with no added commentary, no text on the screen, a 2-minute a 2-minute edited clip of the original work with a specific title, that was fair use, which I think is really weird for us to hear because we never really think of it like that.
It's probably true though. Like that probably.
Like I get it.
Was this in the United States?
Yeah, I think so. Everyone said that he was gonna lose, and then it just turned around. It was crazy.
Well, dude, it's the same thing with me and the Mandalorian thing. I asked around because I personally knew I was in the right when I edited it, and I was like, everything about this is transformative, but the shallow point of view from like, no disrespect to anybody listening that is that. But anybody that is just in their mind, they've read all the documents, the law, and all this shit. They're like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then when you talk to them, they're like, well, you haven't used anything, you haven't added anything, you haven't done this. Look, all the visuals are that. Like it doesn't look like a lot of computing is going on upstairs. It's just shutting you down immediately because you haven't put whatever the fuck we have defined as transformative. So fucking. Anything that gets put in front of someone, most of the time, is common fucking sense, bro. If you have text of what you just described, if that's accurate of her video, that is not fair use. That's her putting a bunch of videos in one video for those views. She's not adding anything other than there's not even commentary. She's just adding what she what she likes about the sauce.
See, what I found interesting about that
isn't commentary.
Is
that's
when,
not really commentary.
Yeah, Def Noodles came out to support her, right? And it's like, he struck 3 channels today or whatever. And her comment about that was, it's not about fair use. He wants to delete my channel. Well, you better fucking hope it's about fair use because that's literally your only defense. Am I wrong?
Yeah. I mean, I guess what she's getting at is that, like, he doesn't care about the copyright law. He just wants her.
Yeah, but why would he specifically target those videos where it's just him eating and not, like, all the fucking, like, extremely critical videos that are across YouTube right now on, like, multiple different channels? Is it just because
those are fair use, though.
Yeah, I guess it's possible that he just picked her because, if he goes on her channel, her main channel, and sees that she's been critical of him, and then he's like, okay, I want to harm her livelihood. He goes on her second channel.
That's not,
like, okay,
guys. That's not a far stretch.
Yeah, that's not.
I mean, it's if you're looking at somebody that's very critical of your shit, like Nick, right? If you're doing some shit on your second channel, I can't touch you on your first one. This isn't me, right? I don't say what you want. But if I was one of those YouTubers, and I look and you're fucking destroying me on your main channel, but on your second channel you got some shit going on that I might be able to fuck with, I'll go the route I need to go to give you. I need a win. You know what I mean? I need something out of this relationship that I don't even want to be in. So I need to knock you on your fucking ass at least for a little bit so you can get worried that I'm around. So you need to back up off me. So that's probably what he's doing. Yeah. And he's probably sending a message to other people that might be wanting to make a video on him because if she goes down, oh fuck, I don't know if I want to risk my channel. Not with him.
Well, that's kind of what Tom went through with Filthy Frank almost, right?
What is that? What is the update with that? What happened there? Did he release it or no?
Yeah, so what happened was basically I guess there are a few different issues. I think there's misinformation going around about my video, basically. But Gamer from Mars, he basically uploaded a few videos about Filthy Frank talking about some of his old stuff. And Filthy Frank's network, Scale Lab, not the one for his music label, just the YouTube channel network, which is associated with a bunch of other popular channels. Right. It took down Gamer from Mars' videos. One of them was copyright claimed, meaning all the revenue goes to them. 2 of them were blocked worldwide, which is really interesting. Because, I mean, obviously if you block a video worldwide, it's not going to be making any money. There's no revenue that the business can claim from it. So the only conclusion you can really draw is that Frank wanted his network to act this way and kind of block these videos so that either his new audience doesn't get exposed to some of his old stuff, or maybe they're just videos he posted on his channel that, where he's out of character that he doesn't want being public. my video, when I posted it first, for some reason, it didn't go out to any of my subscribers. And then it was claimed by his music label, and now they demonetized it, so there's no ads on it. So that's kind of the situation I'm in there. But they are two unrelated things. I just want to make that clear. I don't think Frank is trying to have my video taken down.
I don't know. He's probably oblivious as to what's going on.
Yeah, I think he's just doing his own music thing, and he's just like doesn't give a shit about the YouTube thing.
Well, you'd have to hope so.
I don't think he has. I don't think he has any motivation for like getting involved in the YouTube community and what the gamer from Mars is doing. I honestly just think it's like his network running willy nilly.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, when you're that big, dude, there's people that are handling shit that you have no fucking idea what's going on. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like if you were to walk up to him at some point, let's say at a convention or something, just randomly, and be like, "Hey, dude, remember that video I made on you?" Be like, "I don't know who you are. I didn't know people were still making videos on me. What? You know, like."
No, he doesn't give a shit.
These guys are international superstars, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It is weird though that his network, instead of claiming videos, which you would expect them to do, because then they could collect the revenue from it, right? And give it to Frank, and they take a cut, obviously. Instead of doing that, they blocked them, and it's only for specific videos, which is very, very interesting. They're basically videos that Frank had done where he was out of character. He wasn't playing his normal, pink guy or whatever, Safari Man. He was just being himself, Joji, I guess you would call him, and just talking to his audience. For some reason, a bunch of those, if you post them on YouTube, even if it's transformative, they seem to be taken down. So, yeah. Very unfortunate that that's the case, but it's completely unrelated to why my video was claimed. Yeah. It was claimed for a music clip.
Oh, but see, Tom, that's different. What we're talking about is different.
Yeah, it's different.
With
like
music, forget it, bro. If you're using music, you might as well forget it. Yeah, there's no battling the music realm of copyright because it's they are extremely strict with music.
Yeah.
When we're talking about visuals and the audio that comes with that visuals, including sound effects or anything that's in there, other than music, everything you're fine. But if you use any of the music, you're dealing with two different entities now.
No, but the music that he got claimed
for,
forgive me if I'm wrong, was that not Joji's music, and it was claimed by his YouTube management team, not the actual. It's not like it came from CD Baby or something. It came from his manager.
No, it was claimed by Warner Music Group.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck with that one. Vega knows that all too well.
No, I'm probably fucked. The thing is, I talked to someone about it, and he said what I should do is just leave the video up for now, and then in a few weeks if I want to, because I did appeal it, and and it was rejected. But there's a second step you can go to where you write them another letter. But I think what I'm gonna do is wait for 2 weeks, send them that, and then their options are either the video goes down for 2 weeks basically when that happens, and then I think their options are either sue me over it or let the video go back up. And I think they're probably not going to take me to court over it. So, yeah.
For anybody listening, I got into it with Disney, and Disney's notorious. So I got into it with Disney. They blocked me immediately. I was blocked worldwide. I submitted my appeal. They rejected my appeal. And then I had to write them essentially an essay as to how my shit is fair use. So I wrote it, and you gotta. If you're listening to this, you just got to drop the bullshit, bro. Drop it. None of that fucking, I'm fucking using this because of whatever the fuck. You need to grow the fuck up for those 2 seconds if you want to get paid, all right? Or if you want that shit back up on your channel, and you need to write a nice, professional, accurate description of what the fuck you did on your channel with their content.
Yeah.
As soon as you do that, you shoot it back to them. And I think I had a third round, dude, where each one of those, I think this one might have been for YouTube. But it was each individual thing they asked me about. It was a question, and you have to answer each question. And then you submit that, and I got cleared. I got monetization. I'm open everywhere. Disney has no share in anything, and I'm good.
That's awesome.
And I've used 100% of the visual. So anytime people are talking to you about copyright and all that shit, if you want, go to that video. All I really did was voiceover. I removed most of the music. Not all. Most of the music. And I did my own sound effects, and everything else is 100% Disney. And that's 100% of the video. So fucking all this copyright talk sometimes just don't make sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just it's a case-by-case fucking basis.
Yeah.
And from bringing it back around to TeaSesh, don't sound like she's working.
Yeah, speaking of TeaSesh, we got like super far off track. I totally need to add this part in because we didn't really mention it. So do you know why TeaSesh is getting a lot of shit right now?
Yes, no. I do actually.
Isn't it because of the Nikocado?
No, there's something else. Not. There's something else, even better.
Oh wow.
She called Shane Dawson a pedophile
4 times.
Yeah.
And she keeps doubling down.
What?
This week, like while she's in the biggest controversy, she just tweeted out, "Keep reporting my fucking tweets, Shane Stans. Don't forget, you look up to a pedophile." And when Keepstar called her out on that one and said, "You're gonna get sued twice in 1 week, one time for defamation," she goes, "Well, excuse me, I'm not gonna provide any evidence here, but he's clearly a pedophile. Just Google it and do your research."
Whoa! Holy shit! What did she attach?
Nothing. She just attached a 42-minute video she made that doesn't like definitively prove anything. And then John Swan called her out for that, and she wrote back, "You're protecting a pedophile."
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was saying. This girl is too stupid to operate a YouTube channel. I'm not for deplatforming. I'm not rooting for her to be deplatformed, but she might be doing herself a favor.
Yeah, Tommy made
I think if you're running around and you're making false claims like I don't know about y'all, right? You crazy ass white people just throw that shit all over the place.
Oh my god.
Pedophile in my culture is like pretty much a death sentence, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you call somebody a pedophile, your ass is fucking dead. People don't even want to hear what you got to say.
Who's that guy that got clipped recently?
If somebody's like, "Hey, that guy right there, he's a pedophile. He touched my kids," you're dead.
Yeah, who's that guy who got clipped recently, Vega? The one who got arrested. Amos Yee?
What's that?
Yeah, Amos Yee.
They're saying when he gets deported back home, they're gonna cut his fucking head off.
Yeah.
Probably deserves.
Buddy, that shit is not a joke. You're talking about touching people's children.
Yeah.
You know, these aren't like random little dwarves walking around in a fucking forest. You know what I mean? And it's disgusting. These are children, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this girl clearly doesn't have her head screwed on straight. She doesn't see this stuff as like the real world.
She has no idea what she's doing. I hope she's a kid and she's not an adult. To be honest,
I think she's probably like 16 or something. She seems so stupid.
Because she actually know
that's one of those things you got. I don't know what you guys think about it, but personally, that is some shit where if they need people like that need to be evaluated. You're not like in real life with psychologists. I'm talking about social media. Yeah, you're running around and throwing these things, rapist, pedophile, all these fucking crazy ass allegations, throwing out just nonchalantly, dude. Those people probably should be evaluated and removed the fuck off.
Yeah, Tommy
you
made
should
this.
Not be playing with adults out here, dude.
Tommy made this reply to her, or I think it was Nick, where he was like, "Someone needs to be permanently impoverished for doing this shit, and I'm fine if it's her." That was pretty funny. Yeah.
That's so crazy. Like maybe Shane Dawson has done a bunch of shit, but has he done that? I don't know. And you say she has no proof, so why say it?
All right. So yeah, I mean we've kind of covered the TeaSesh stuff. I guess the next thing we could talk about would be Pyrocynical, who has been in the news recently. Probably not as much as we expected him to be in the news, but he's run into some trouble with being accused of grooming.
Now I remember some bullshit like this back in the day. Right?
Yeah,
where it was something about.
I think this is the third time in like 4 years that he's been accused.
There have been a few different ones. I remember there was some like Skype log someone posted once of him. It was like some inflation.
Was that last year around this time?
Fetish. I don't know if it was it last year? I thought it was like a few months ago.
Yeah, there was one like within the last year or so that nobody remembers. I've been asking about it for like a while now. There was something that was like exactly this demographic or whatever, and it just never went anywhere because it wasn't proven. Yeah,
it got like 100 likes or something. Yeah. But this one is from someone called Lovebird on Twitter. They made a tweet thread as well as a twitlonger and attached a bunch of screenshots. They said, "Pyrocynical groomed me and I have screenshots to prove it. I've been sitting thinking about this shit nonstop, being angry, confused, and sad that I've had to accept this since I was 15, but I never said anything because I felt powerless. What he sent ranged from drawn, not safe for work to fetishy YouTube videos, and he asked me to compile shit for him using tags that he liked on certain websites. At 15, I obviously did it because he's fucking pyrocynical. I was just happy to be talking to him, and I was trying to continue that. I have Discord screenshots going back 4 years proving all of this, and I don't know if I should post them here, but I may. Either way, I'm done sitting here being quiet about it, and I know mad people who went through the same shit but are extremely traumatized and scared to talk about it." So that's kind of the gist of it. They have a Imager folder with a bunch of screenshots where we can see Pyrocynical talking about, he says, to be honest, I'd pick you up. I don't want to read that, but I don't.
It's
I
like a
don't
lot of
need that being audio
farting
clip.
and shit. Like I'll fart in your mouth and shit. It sounds like it sounds like
a lot of
Critical's
belching.
YouTube videos, but like creepy DMs.
Yeah. There's this.
Critical YouTube.
Have you seen none of this, Vega?
I saw that there was like some big fucking chain. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. There's some funny stuff for sure. There's this one.
But was it your guys' opinion though? This is kind of like.
My opinion is that I don't care unless they're convicted. I'm done. I don't fucking care. People are like, you can't say stuff like that. You're like hurting the cause, dude. I'm sorry. Unless you're going to a police officer, there's no cause to hurt. I don't really care about Twitter accountability. I think the people were saying there's not enough evidence to go to the police. Then I don't think there's enough evidence to call him a groomer.
Yeah, I mean it's really just not worth touching with a 10-foot pole in terms of like validating what they have to say.
I was arguing
the
about
DMs
this shit
themselves
yesterday.
are funny.
It drives me nuts.
Well, that's what I
I have
meant.
20,000 people following
me.
me. Tom, you have like 30,000 people following you. Vega, you have like 10,000 people following you, right? We have like a large quantity of people who read our tweets. That makes us an influencer. And do you know what influencer means? It means a lot of fucking stupid people follow you, and if you tweet some dumb shit, they're gonna go run around and do shit with that. All right, there's a lot of dumb people who have like herd brains who go, "Oh, Nick said this guy could be a pedophile," and then he's gonna go around telling everybody that the guy's a pedophile, regardless of what happens, because the guy doesn't even need to read the fucking context. There's too many stupid people to go take major fucking stances on pedophile drama and rapist drama and sexual assault drama with no fucking supporting evidence.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, looking at the DMs on their own, there are some weird things about them for sure. A lot of them seem to be kind of just like screenshots of what Pyro's saying without knowing what this other person is saying. They also crossed out a bunch of their DMs.
But that's what I meant with what is your guys' opinion on it? Because that's
yeah.
I've been like that for years, bro. If you could tell me, oh, this person is this, and be like, okay, well, go fucking tell somebody.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
Know what I mean,
a
don't
lot
tell
of people,
me. I ain't gonna do shit.
A lot of people are disputing whether or not the DMs are even real. My take is, I think they are real, to be honest.
Now, what you mean she scratched something out?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at I sent an Imager link. If you click on it,
it's a link.
Yeah, I think the guy. I think it's a guy actually he was talking to, but they crossed out their own.
Like
yeah,
that.
I don't know, but they crossed out their own DMs. You can see in a few cases.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll give some advice out there. When people do this shit, throw it all away.
Yeah.
When they start redacting their own shit, we're talking about this is flirting back. This is probably egging people on. This is the confirmation that it is consensual. Like, you don't know what's behind that.
Right. I mean, as far as the ages, I believe they were either 15 and 18, being this person was 15, Pyrocynical was 18, or it was 15 and Pyrocynical was 19. Which is, I mean, I'm not going to support that kind of, age gap. I think the fact that no pictures were sent, it seems to all have been online, and he doesn't seem to be pressuring them into doing anything, is a good sign, as far as I can tell, but we don't have all the DMs.
We don't know if these screenshots are real. We don't know literally anything
I think they probably are real, to be honest.
I don't get that. Like, I've seen so many fake screenshots in the past 8 months that I'm numb to it. I genuinely think that, like, there needs to be some fucking... It's not up to an influencer. It's not up to a YouTuber. We're not the fucking New York City Police Department Special Victims Unit, okay? It doesn't matter what I think of these allegations at all. I have no fucking ability to help you here. And what I mean...
you could say people just want to... I mean, this is our podcast. People want to know what you think.
No, I don't think. I genuinely... I tweeted out yesterday. Stop sending me this stuff. I don't fucking care. Another pedophile case or whatever got put out yesterday. I don't know if you saw it. It was a smaller one, about a 2,000 follower girl who apparently gave a blowjob to like a 13-year-old boy or something. Allegedly. Right? Yeah. So in that shit, dude, they apparently had a text message confession where she said she did it. What the fuck is Twitter going to help you with a confession for? You give that to the cop. You have evidence of her admitting she did it, my guy. What the fuck do I have to do? It's especially
annoying that like no one ever goes to the police with it. It's always just like some Twitter thing. And I think the thing is, when you look at this shit, most of the time, if you're bringing it to Twitter, you're trying to reach into someone else's business more than anything. You're just trying to like...
no doubt.
I mean, I really wish that these guys would just go to the cops, but I scrolled through the replies a little bit, and people encouraging them to go to the police. The replies are all about, ACAB, Black Lives Matter. You can't trust.
Yeah, get the
police,
fuck out of here, dude, with that shit.
Yeah.
If you have a fucking pedophile, the goal is to put the pedophile in jail. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Like, the goal should not be to ruin the pedophile's job. It should be to put them in a cell so they can't hurt people anymore. Because they can go offline. They can use, like, fucking white pages and shit, and they can hurt people right now. It doesn't matter if they're off the internet. They need to be in a jail cell if they're really a pedophile.
Well, the dumb shit about it is, too, when they don't go... I mean, shit, I said it in the fucking video. I don't give a fucking fuck about... None of the internet video, like the going back and forth and, hey, let's try to ruin this guy's life and all the crazy research. I'm not about any of that shit. Go to the cops. If it's worth ruining somebody's career, call somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's that bad, then go to somebody. Because if you ain't got shit, they're not going to do shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's probably the main driving force is they want to fuck with that person. And you don't know. I think a lot of the times it looks pretty transparent. You're not trying to do the right thing. It might be you're just trying to hurt that person because maybe you don't talk to that person no more. You know, like fucking.
Right.
If you've ever been in a relationship with a woman, or my ladies out there that might be listening, if you've ever been in a relationship with a dude or a woman, whatever, same sex, people are just shit, dude. People see you and they are spiteful because they're not with you anymore, or vice versa, or maybe their shit ain't going right and your shit's going right. So fuck you. I got this on you and go fuck yourself. You know, things that were consensual are no longer consensual. And I dare you to say I'm bullshitting, because if you think I'm bullshitting or you say I'm bullshitting, then you ain't lived a fucking day in your life or you don't know shit. Those people exist and they're fucking everywhere.
There's also...
Especially if you're on Twitter, you see them everywhere. So you don't know if this person is one of those people, and we don't know if they're sincere. Either way, the cops will determine that when they put cuffs on somebody's ass. And they take his ass to jail. You know what I mean? And guess what that solves too, everybody that's doing this shit? When that person goes to jail, they don't have access to the internet. So they're off the internet. So there you go. You've already solved all the problems in one shot.
There's also those people, and I would have to say they do it a little bit less now. It's not as prevalent. There are the people who go make the fucking comment that I'm too scared to go to the police, so here I am, publicly on my main Twitter account. I'm going to expose them to the entire world.
Fuck off.
Like there's some less shit. There's people who like hand it to other people to expose on the victim's behalf and stuff like that. It's not every case. I'm not going to pretend it is. But there are some people who are like, yeah, I'm scared to go to the police, but I'm going to tell fucking 100,000 of my closest personal friends. That's ridiculous, dude. I don't know how anyone buys that shit. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, as of now, really, with this case, I guess to kind of wrap up my thoughts on it, I haven't seen any evidence of pyrocynical grooming, being a pedophile, being a predator. I think at most, which I think is probably true, I think he's probably like a freak, you know. He's probably into like some farting bells.
Actually, can I fucking up the ante here?
Okay.
I think if this guy is actually a pedophile, if Pyrocynical was actually a pedophile, this is the Harvey Weinstein of YouTube, because everybody fucking knows. If this guy is actually fucking grooming people, with the amount of times he's been accused publicly and nobody's come out and said anything, then all his fucking friends know, all his fucking associates know. They all fucking knew. This is probably the most well-kept secret in YouTube history, if it's true, and I don't believe it is.
I mean, well, the thing is, you know, with this stuff, usually if there is someone in power who believes it, then they talk about it, but there doesn't seem to be anyone, like no YouTubers, no like former friends of his have said anything about it that are notable, you know, in the community. It's just like these people with like 300 followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
So it's very unlikely that we're ever going to see anyone, you know.
Well, I will say this, just because they don't have a following doesn't mean they're not credible, but you would think, I think the point would be, you'd
expect one of his colleagues to come out and go, yes. Or like Hyojin or somebody, right?
Yeah.
I could have sworn there was somebody. Wasn't there somebody?
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're just because they're not well known, they're not credible. But what I am saying is that I definitely trust randos on Twitter a lot less than I trust other YouTubers in general.
And here's the other thing. If this guy's actually a fucking pedophile, which again, I personally don't believe he is, how did Alex miss? Alex accused every other fucking friend of this, and then the one guy he doesn't accuse turns out to be a pedophile. Dude, I would literally quit.
That would be kind of a a cruel twist.
That would be
but,
insane.
I mean,
That
it
would be like the
funny.
biggest, like, top 10 anime betrayals. He was fucking the kids the whole time. Like, that would be insane.
So this whole thing was just I was being groomed. Was there any sexual
Sexual
what was the
conversations, sexual images, or whatever. But it's, to be honest, this is not the most damning allegation I've seen this week.
No, I mean, there was no like. They didn't send like images of each other. It was just like drawn stuff, and it was all over Discord.
It's just fucking. It's weird shit. That's how I would describe it. Weird shit.
I mean, it is
weird internet
weird.
shit.
I haven't seen all of it.
That's the
but
category
I didn't
we'll
see
put it.
anything
Weird
in there.
internet
Yeah,
shit.
nobody is, because I've asked people. I haven't seen all of it personally. I've nobody has pushed anything to me and like shown me anything that would be considered like. Over the top.
Please do address all of your concerns with this situation and further allegations to nicholasdeorio.com.
Yeah, no.
I don't think it's going to go anywhere right now, unless someone like Keemstar or Scare.
Well, Keem did, and I literally lost my shit
did?
for a moment. Oh my god.
Wait, he did
tweeted
report
a
on
picture of the allegations and wrote Keemstar's always right.
it?
Come on.
And I'm just like, come on, man. Like how? What do you? Dude, we don't know anything
Where'd you
about
back for
this.
that
That
guy?
is not the
Fuck.
optic take there. I'm sorry. I have to say something. That's stupid.
Keem really is just like kind of a piece of shit sometimes. Really do not like when he does stuff like that. The other day, Comment Cop pointed out when he was encouraging like deplatforming someone. Really didn't appreciate Keem doing that either.
Well, he was. Oh no, he wasn't encouraging deplatforming. He was encouraging to lose his job. It's a parallel. Okay. I don't know if it's.
I
worse
guess that's
or
not the
different.
same thing.
It wasn't like
I guess it's not
you
the same
shouldn't have a
thing.
voice. It was that maybe the guy who runs Google Stadia shouldn't go around telling all the publishers that they should charge gamers for using their videos on stream. Which, to a degree,
Oh, was that it?
okay, yeah, that's fine. I disagree with that because I don't want to just make big scary words go away, but I kind of see his argument. You know what I mean?
I just don't think we should be encouraging people to lose their jobs. I hate that.
Yeah. You know what? I don't like going for people's money either, so I agree with you. My take on that entire situation, just because people probably understand what I'm talking about, or the Google Stadia guy came out and said that he thought that in the future will be streamers paying license fees to play games on stream or whatever because they should, and the music industry shouldn't just come, the game industry should come for Twitch next, which I understand why everyone freaked out about, but I personally think, along with conspiracy theories...
That's the real world, though.
Yeah, with conspiracy theories, with things we don't like to hear, with big mean people who say big mean things, I think you should critique them. I think you should destroy them publicly, and I think, like, the right way, and I think you should expose why their ideas are bad. I don't think you should go for their job. I don't think you should go for their platform. I don't think you should get them fired or any of that shit. I don't think you do the Gamergate SJW techniques. I think you go and you provide why their arguments are dumb, and that's the right way to handle it.
I think that will eventually happen, but that'll correct itself. There's too many creative people on the internet that for them to do something like that. Now, tell me if I'm all fucked up here, right? If the music industry or gaming company were to do that, not all of them would do that, because some of them were smart enough to see the opportunity that their game has on a large platform played by like PewDiePie. Look at Among Us. How old is that fucking game? Like 3 years or something like that? And it barely blew up now. It's only because the online influence.
I always hate that example, but you're right. I hate that example because then streamers will say stuff like, if you clip my stream... people say, I clipped a streamer's stream and it helped him. It was free promotion. I had a guy re-upload one of my videos.
That's different.
Yeah, I had a guy re-upload one of my videos. He goes, it's free promotion. I'm like, all right, thanks, asshole. You have 300 subs. I don't need your fucking promotion. Don't re-upload one of my videos.
Now that's a different argument, but I'm just saying.
Well, no, it's not really. It's like your game didn't have a lot of viewers, and I played it on stream, and now it's popular. You could make a parallel there, couldn't you?
Of him re-uploading your content?
Of him like re-uploading it. Well, for me, re-uploading my content's a bit of a stretch, but like when you see compilation clips of Twitch streamers, the Twitch streamers don't usually like that, right? When they like get like a few of their best moments, put them together, and upload them. But in theory, some of those big compilation channels do help grow streamers, like, and make them bigger. Like it
for exposure. That would still be up to the streamer.
Oh yeah, and I think it should be, but I don't know if
But that would be the parallel in my favor of what I'm talking about. They have the option to take down the video, but that would mean their exposure would be lessened for it.
That's
right?
the end of the end of the day discussion is that no game publisher is going to do that. They all have good relationships with streamers. They wouldn't want to throw that away, and Nintendo tried to. And I think if it went to court, they would find that Nintendo was not in the right there with what they were doing with copyright. But again, nobody just streamed Nintendo games. Like, loads of creators wouldn't touch Nintendo because they weren't going to let them stream it. And that's kind of just how it
and
was.
that just creates an opening. There's a vacuum for other things. Other devs will come in. Other companies would capitalize on it. Like if Nintendo don't like it, then another company will hop on it and just start promoting streamers because that's a strategy. It's the corporations know what they're doing with that kind of shit. When one slips up, the other one takes advantage.
Yeah, but I have a perfect example when it comes to Keemstar. Keemstar saying, I don't like what this person has to say, so they should be fired, is like the equivalence of the Wall Street Journal saying, I don't like what PewDiePie says, so I'm going to make a hit piece article, and then he lost his deal with Disney.
Wait, Keemstar said he should lose his job for...
Yeah.
No, fucking why?
I see why he said it. Like, I understand why he's, like, frustrated, but I don't think that's the right way to do it. I think it's the equivalence of literally going, the Wall Street Journal doesn't like what PewDiePie said because he used the N-word, so he should be dropped from Disney. And people are supporting that.
But this isn't the only time that he's done this. Keem...
No, I know.
Yeah, if you remember, he went after J-Station. That wasn't that long ago. He said he should have his channel...
That was demonetized.
Yeah, I thought we went after them.
I remember that,
didn't we?
I don't know who I was talking with, but somebody came in there happy about it, and I remember talking with them, and they were like, they changed their mind because I was like, dude, what the fuck? Just because it's J-Station, bro?
Yeah, I did a whole stream
we don't like this guy.
him.
I mean, we can talk about how like
Nerd and Colossal's name on that.
Ethan was trying to call Keem a deplatformer for taking down Britbong shit, which was clearly deserved. But if Ethan had read a little bit more closely, he clearly could have seen that Keem has encouraged people to have their livelihoods ruined before when he doesn't like what they have to say or he doesn't like what they're doing.
Do you think Ethan does his own research?
No, Ethan never does research, dude. He just... No,
dude, he's paying a fucking intern.
We know that.
It feels like when he does the content court videos, he's reading it for the first time.
I mean, he still hasn't talked about the Pro Jared stuff. It's been how many months since our video? 5 months? And he said our video was all like repeated points. Like, come on, dude.
I haven't seen that content course shit only because I saw some of the clips and I was like, I don't think I can.
Just watch my video about it.
I was a little.
Just watch the new Turkey Tom video.
Tom video about it. Yeah.
I got you.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. I did the outro last time, so when you guys want to do it?
Wait, so if you do the intro this time and Vega did the intro last time, Vega does the outro this time, and then I'll do it next time.
Okay.
Nick, why don't you do it now? You haven't done shit.
I would do an epic stuff.
Nick, do it. Do the outro.
Anyways, this has been an episode of the Half-Baked Podcast. I am Nicholas DeOrio. Turkey Tom's here and Lord Vega. We're going to have the Patreon set up for you the day this episode goes live. So you're going to be able to join and get all the perks that we were talking about last time. Anyways, this was a really fun podcast. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.